guys, welcome back. Today we'll be doing a how to get ready for junior year slash school slash college edition. So I do have a 3.5 GPA, and a lot of people that are like going to college, they get so nervous because they hear it's so overwhelming and they like don't know what to do, don't know what to think about it. So I'm just gonna give you a few tips and then hopefully it'll help you out, because when I was going into college, the pandemic was happening, so I was online and the tips weren't really like suited for online learning or hybrid learning. So since I've been through that, I feel like I have enough experience to tell others. So the first thing you want to do is prioritize your sleep. Now that may sound backwards, but you need sleep. If you're tired, you're low on energy, your brain is not functioning, and you will not do well on any task that you try to complete. Second thing you want to prioritize is you want to prioritize time management. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to socialize, there's time to do your homework, and there's a time for you to just be by yourself. Don't go into college thinking that you gotta have this friend group and you gotta do this and you gotta do that and appear in every event and go to. Do what you can and everything else will follow. So prioritize sleep, time management. 3, get in contact with your professors. It doesn't matter if you feel like you emailed them too much. At the end of the day, you're paying for college most of the time, so if you don't understand something, definitely speak up. You don't have to build a super cool bond with them, but speak up in class. They do notice that. And just be present, whether it's online, even if it's asynchronous, you still email your professor, because asynchronous is not face-to-face and it's like you do the work whenever. Yeah, so we got 3 things down so far. Another thing is treat yourself. College can be very stressful, especially when it comes to midterms, finals. A lot of students push themselves to the limit, and even when they complete a goal, they still feel empty inside. I don't think that that's healthy at all. It's actually, very dangerous for you to push yourself to that limit. So definitely treat yourself. Choose one day out of the month or a weekend out of the month to just do stuff for yourself. Don't worry about the homework too much. Another thing, you can get acquainted with other students. You can get into like the social life. I haven't done that too much, but just now today I did get a job at my school. This is my 3rd job. Don't be like me. This is my 3rd job. So I did it because it will connect me with more students. I would say you could join a club, and you could talk to the students in your class, because if you miss a day and you got that one little good friend that can slide you the notes, then you're good, Understand that things happen. So if there's a family emergency, you be with your family. Don't be in school. Another thing, your resume, your personal statement, and your CV, those are the most important things, especially once you become a junior. You have to get those down. No matter what school, high school, they look at junior year, college, your junior year will make or break you too. Make sure you focus on those things. If you do not know how to complete a resume, if you do not know what a CV is, and you do not know how to write a personal statement, people will help you. Utilize the writing center. You're paying for all of these things, so utilize it. Another thing, try to get into some internships, try to apply for scholarships. I would say apply for scholarships directly through your school, because those are a little bit easier. I understand that there's other sites that promote scholarships and free $1,000 scholarship, just enter these raffles. And if you just apply to those, it's a very slim chance that you will get it. Scholarships are already far and few in between. So if you could get a grant, you could get a scholarship, I would say do that before taking out a loan. Obviously, if you want to take out a loan, if that's literally your last resort, then take out the loan. Just understand the consequences of taking out a loan, as well as how you're going to pay it back. You need to come up with a plan for that. And don't take out more than you need, ever, with anything. Another tip, especially for finances, is get you a little credit card with a little small starting balance, and then you just use it to buy little school supplies like books, pencils, and stuff. It builds your credit when you pay it back. So you're building up your credit, because by the time you get out of college, some of us will be 20, some of us will be a little older than that. You can start, if you want to start looking for getting a car, moving out, you have a line of credit, which is very essential in the adult life. I'm trying to figure out other things. Yeah. Some good apps for college. Notion. I just started using Notion, and I'm getting the hang of it or whatever. Notion. PowerPoint is essential. Not Google Docs, Microsoft PowerPoint. That. Grammarly. That's a good app. Of course, there's free library sites that you guys can look up. If you can find a book for free, get it for free, because these books be expensive. Also, if you do decide to buy a book and for the semester you don't need it anymore, do not keep it in your house. You can also resell the book on your school's library website, and you can make the money that you spent back, because somebody later on is going to need that book. So yeah, don't throw away your books. Don't mark them up, because you can always resell them. Some supplies you'll need, you can use a notebook. Some people feel like writing is better than typing, so you can use a notebook. I will say you definitely do need to have access to a printer, at least if it's in the school. I know some schools, they charge you. My school, they have like a set budget for how many papers you can print. Some professors, they want you to hand it in over the school's website. So like, or CUNY, I know most of the CUNYs, they use Blackboard, so they want you to hand it over Blackboard. Some professors want the physical copy, or some professors want them emailed. So just make sure you know what your professors want, and you can go along with that. But I do suggest notebooks. I do suggest index cards. I do suggest post-it notes. I do suggest an iPad or a computer that you can carry with you around, because of the fact that like most of the stuff that they have is online. It's rare that professors will give you a handout. I just got a printed syllabus today, and that was the first time I ever had a printed syllabus in college, and this is my second half of my junior year. Other things to note: stay organized. So with your papers, important papers, if you pay out of pocket, you also need to get your tax form from your college. So make sure you keep that, stay organized, because when it comes to time to file taxes, if you pay out of pocket, you can make some money back. Anything having to do with the bursary's office, any emails regarding your financials, keep those emails. There's so much stuff that happens as far as finding, like, especially when you pay out of pocket or when you get a scholarship or a little grant, you know, you don't want to be slighted. Yeah, I would say these are the things that have helped me and helped my GPA. These are just things to think about. It's not like, you know, don't look at what anybody else is doing in life and in college. You may see, oh, this person is doing this, they got this grade, they're wearing this, da da da. You don't know anybody's situation, and if it's for you, it'll be for you. If it's not, it won't be. So that's just like the quick sum of what I do to keep myself happy, somewhat stress-free, and with good grades. Importantly, if you do not want to go to college, you do not have to go to college. You do not have to get your master's. You do not have to get your bachelor's. You don't have to get a PhD or a doctorate. You don't have to do none of that. If you decide that you want to graduate high school and go to cosmetology or be an esthetician or do something else, you do it, because at the end of the day, it's your life. So college is really not for everybody. If you want to do trade school, I would say go with a trade. It's faster, and it gets you into a career that could make you just as much money as if my career. So yeah, don't feel pressured to do anything that you don't want to do. And that's just for life in general. Okay, it was nice talking to y'all. I'll be pumping out more content soon. I'm just coming up with ideas. I'm trying not to be too lazy, but I just have a lot on my plate. So I think I'm going to do like a day in my life next, on a day that something's actually happening in my life, like for real, because it's just school and work, school and work, school and work, work and school. So on a day that I'm not at school or at work, which is very rare, I'll do something, I'll film it, and yeah.